Hiya, it's Coach Sam from Gymspire Academy, and today we're going to bring you some more home gymnastic videos. So this week is our balance theme. So we're going to be looking at 3 different balances today. We're going to look at a T-balance, an arabesque, and a shoulder stand. So we're going to look at each balance individually, and also I'm going to include some exercises that might help you towards these balances and improving those balances. So I hope you enjoy the video, and we'll move straight on to our first balance today, the T-balance. If we can do this skill well, then we've got a really good foundation for our more difficult balances. First of all, pick an object or spot on the wall, line yourself up with it, and do not stop staring at it the entire time you're trying to balance, and this will get rid of a lot of the wobbles. Now while you're staring at your spot, arms into the T position, straight leg, keep your back as straight as you can also, lift up your knee out in front, and then you're going to point your foot and your toe downwards. So that's it for the T-balance. Just remember to practice this on both legs. For the arabesque, we're going to start with our arms in the same position, but this time we're going to take a step out and we're going to lift from our back leg until it tilts us forward into an arabesque position. So on this one, it's important to keep the arch in your back. So you want to lift up with that back leg and keep your chin up. You don't want to lead with your chest and then kick your leg up after. It's going to be harder to keep that arch and you're going to be more off balance. So the focus here, keeping that arch in your back, keep your chin up, keep both legs as straight as possible and keep that back leg lifting as much as you possibly can. In an absolutely perfect arabesque, we're going to be in a stand and split position, maintaining the arch in our back, but obviously this is difficult depending on flexibility. So just focus on lifting your leg as high as you can while maintaining balance. So to begin, just start with a little leg lift, maybe one like this, and you'll also feel it turn on the muscles in your upper leg and your bottom, which is really good because it means you're also conditioning that leg as well as your balancing leg. So you're just going to keep on doing this, keep getting high with your leg until you start to feel more comfortable, and then once we've done that, we can get something to help us. So meet my lovely assistant, my kitchen chair. So find something in your house that's a good size for you to practice on, and don't stand too close like this, you won't get enough tilt. But also don't stand too far away, obviously you won't be able to reach it. So once you've found your good distance, you're going to remember to take the step out first and to lift from that back leg, and then the chair or whatever you're using is going to be there just to support you until you build some confidence and some balance in this position. So I'm going to use the chair again to show you a few conditioning moves you can use to strengthen your leg muscles that are going to help you with your arabesque. So the first one, you're just going to take a seat. So pop your hands in your lap so you're not using them to help you too much, so we're focusing on our legs. You're just going to lift out your legs straight in front of you, fully extending so you're squeezing those leg muscles at the top. It's important we keep it held at the top. We're not trying to go for speed here. Slow control, squeeze at the top, and go for 10. So this conditioning exercise really helps our active flexibility. That means being flexible in moving motions instead of just static holds like splits. So pop your leg up on the chair, keep it as straight as you can, keep your back straight, and lift up with slow control. And then we're going to spin round and we're going to do the same but facing the other way, lifting our leg backwards. So as well as our active flexibility, we still want to work on our normal splits, so practicing front splits on both legs will help you with this move too. We also want some strength and a good range of movement in our back, so we can build that by doing some arch lifts but keeping our legs on the floor as much as we can, so we're just lifting up our top half. Same again as for the other exercises, you want to do these in groups of 10. Moving on to our last skill for this video, our shoulder stand. So for our shoulder stand, when we're first learning, we're going to have our hands on our hips to support us. We're going to have our legs straight up, squeezing our leg muscles, squeezing our bottom muscles, and keeping our tummies nice and tight, which keeps our back straight. Okay, so begin by just rocking back and trying to get your arms and hands into the right position. So back of the arms and elbows on the floor, hands on your hips, just around here. Now that we've done that, we're going to see if we can use our toe muscles to help us shoot our legs up right to the ceiling. And once they're there, try and fully extend everything so your tummy's tight, your bottom's squeezing, your legs are squeezing. Everything should be super tight. So shoulder stands are going to be really difficult if we don't have really strong cores. So we're going to start with a dish shape for some conditioning. If you can fit your hand under your back, you're not in the right position. You want to tilt your hips so your back presses into the floor. Now we're in our dish. So this is our normal dish, but you might want to start with bent knees at first if that's difficult. like so. Then once you can hold that for a little while, you can move on to a straight-legged dish. And then to make it even more difficult, you can put your arms behind you. And this is a really difficult one. And if you still need a challenge, if you've got a strong core, you can rock in the dish. So these are called dish rocks. Try and keep that tummy tight the entire time, hold in the dish shape. It'll be really useful if we do leg lifts in sets of 10. So this really helps our bottom tummy muscles that we use in shoulder stands. Then we can progress this to more shoulder stand like actions. So as our legs come up, we're going to use the bottom of our toe muscles, our bottom muscles, and pushing up with our hips. Once again, do 10 of these. If it's a little tricky with my hand placement in the last video, maybe you want to use the hip support again, so you can do a similar action using the hip support, pushing yourself up into a near shoulder stand position, and it will work the same muscles. So here are just some ideas to keep balance training challenging and fun, so that we can get so good at balance we can go the whole way through our day on just one leg. So the best thing to do is to make it into some sort of game where it's challenging. So once you get good at your balancing, find something that you can rest on you, see if you can practice your balances with it on there the whole time. If you get really good, you can start seeing if you can move around, like moving your leg with it on your foot. So I hope you enjoy that game. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed your balances. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, keep smiling and point your toes.